Hello everyone. Team Ashvini from Indus Business Academy are back again to present on SWOT analysis and 5 force model on Grant Thornton, India. In our previous videos, we presented on industry analysis and environmental analysis on Grant Thornton, India. Team members of Ashvini, I, Jayanth Pilli, going to present about the SWOT analysis, and my teammate Shubham Jaiswal is going to explain about the 5 forces model. Let's see what are the strengths of Grant Thornton, India. Targeting mid-sized growth-oriented companies. During 2004, when many mid-sized companies were looking at listing overseas, Mr. Chandyo started promoting AIMS, alternate investment market for small and growing companies. The first listing has been done by Grant Thornton in the year 2006. Of the 35 listings, 30 were done by GT. Being advisor of choice for dynamic Indian companies having global growth ambition is also the mission of the company. The national managing partner Mr. Chandya has stated in 2014 it to Big Four. Grant Thornton India positioned themselves as an alternative to the Big Four. They are more people-centric, listen to clients, understand their needs, and offer quick solutions. Unlike other firms, they have one client service leader who is able to draw resources from within the firm as well as their international talent if required. Audit innovation in action. Technologies first quality. Smarter technology driven audits leveraging RPA, artificial intelligence, and data analytics allow today's auditors to deliver efficient, high quality audits. The audit of the future is requiring a new mindset whereby sample-based techniques are being forfeited in favor of the analysis of whole data sets, creating deeper insights and improving value. Speed. With shorter decision-making chains, more senior level involvement, and empowered client service teams, GT India is able to take a wider view and operate in a coordinated way that's as fast and agile as its clients. Weakness. Grant Thornton India and its affiliates will not take up on non-attached work such as consulting and transaction advisory from listed companies that are being audited by the firm from July 1st, a move that comes amid auditors facing heat in high-profile corporate scams. The latest decision assumes significance against the backdrop of various auditors and auditing firms coming under regulatory scanner for violence in the IL and FS matter. The firm also acknowledged that it expects to forego a lot many opportunities which would have significant monetary impact in the short term. Walker Chandya and Co. LLP partner David Jones said that it is up to them as professionals to go beyond and the call of regulation in order to demonstrate their commitment to rebuilding the trust in the audit profession, and hence this decision. Financially, this is a weakness because the amount they lose is significant, but not a threat because it's an ethically thought decision taken by the company to take a few steps back in order to jump forward. Opportunities. Grant Thornton India is one of the companies which sees opportunities very quickly. Mandatory audit rotation. In India, the firms operate through a network of affiliates in accordance with regulations set by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Deloitte lost more than 300 companies and dropped to number 3, although the Big Four have their own strategies to retain their hold in the industry. Grant Thornton, being positioned itself to the alternate to the Big Four, can bag in the big clients of the Big Four. Being a global brand and a fifth lower cost comparatively to the Big Four, it can take care of its clients. Legal battles of PwC. PwC, once a powerhouse in the auditing space, is fighting a court battle against a market regulator order banning the firm for 2 years from auditing listed entities, and that uncertainty has hit its audit business, giving more opportunities for GT India. Grant Thornton India, Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers and KPMG Advisory Services are in the race to evaluate the progress of the Startup India program, improve India's global standing on the startups front, and attract investment into the sector. The 4 firms were found to be qualified, and accordingly, the Department of Promotion Industry and International Trade (DPIIT) decided to call them for technical presentation. But let's go for the threats. A firm with an aggressive and workaholic leader, they are standing head-to-head competition with the Big Four. This is huge for the firm which started out in 2004. GT India became a huge competition in 10 years itself. But the employees of GT, with no more than 4,000 across its 15 locations, a check on the approximate 3,000 Glassdoor reviews mentioned cons as high turnover rate and lower salary. Although the average salary for Grant Thornton LLP employees is around 7.64 lakhs per annum. On the other hand, GT is on aggressive talent pooling spree, which is appreciated as the new thoughtful leaders and senior executives are being hired. But also, more number of lower or junior employees are coming in with the expansion, approximately 6% increase in the employment. These contrast findings tells us many employees at lower level are moving in and out, which is strategically not good for the company, rising to its training costs and investments on the new employees. The fast journey is well appreciated in the industry rat race, but to ensure a long and safe journey, GT India has to build long relationship with the employees too. Now, I hand over the further presentation to my teammate Shubham Jaiswal.
I am going to explain about the Porter's 5 forces. Porter 5 forces is a business analysis model that helps to explain why various industries are able to sustain different levels of profitability. This model was published in Michael E. Porter's book, Competitive Strategy, Techniques for Analyzing Industries and Competitors in the year, I think, 1980. This 5 forces model was widely used to analyze the industry structure in a company as well as its corporate strategy. So Porter identified these 5 and defined undeniable forces that play a part of shaping in every market in the world with some caveats. The 5 forces were frequently used to measure the competition intensity, effectiveness, and the profitability on every industry or market. These 5 forces were competition in the industry, potential of new entrants in the industry, for the supplier, there is more competition. Every day, new companies are coming with a different approach, different product, different strategies, and different memorandum in that. So, more and more customers are attracted towards them every day. So, the larger number of competitors, the lesser the power of a company. Let us see, suppliers and buyers seek a company's competition if they are able to offer a better deal with respect to the low prices. This is the competition industry. Now coming to the potential of new entrant in the industry. A company's power is also affected by the force of new entrant into its market. The less time and money it costs a competitor to enter a company's market and to be an effective competitor, and person could be significantly weakened. An industry with strong barrier, it is ideal deal for existing company to enter into the market. Now coming to the power of supplier. The next factor, which is suppliers can drive up the input cost. It is affected by number of suppliers of key input of a good or service. How unique this input are, it could cost a company with such to other suppliers. Suppose what happens that if I am buying a product from somewhere, it is at price of 10 rupees, and the same product which is locally produced at the price of 8 rupees, then ultimately will stick to the 8 rupees product because both the products are having the same quality, same infrastructure, same quality, same price. So it will be economical for us. Now coming to the power of customer. That ability that customer have to drive places or lower the level of power is one of the 5 forces. It is affected by how many buyers or customer a company has. If the customer has more customer base, large amount of customer in that, then they can play with the prices. They can have the great market research in that, and that in that way it can be. Now coming to the Grant Thornton, that we can see that this has coming to this area. They have no any other competitor with respect to that, because even every other company coming to servicing sector, auditing sector, other than this, they have no any other infrastructure in that. So we can say that the power of customer is basically well built and it has the well potential of the customer in it. Now coming to the structural factor which affect the industry. A number of structural factors can affect the industry rivalry, such as They are numerous of equally balanced competitors. What happens when there are many competitors? Some companies believe that they can make a competitive move for being noticed. While companies are relatively balanced in length, they are more likely to engage in competitive battles and take an attack and retaliate as they strive for the market leadership. Second will be the slow industry growth. That in a slow growth market, companies can only grow by capturing market share from each other. High or fixed storage cost. If the storage cost is high or fixed, then what happens? It leads to price cutting. That when there is excess capacity, higher storage cost will push companies to decrease prices to ensure sales. Lack of differentiation or switching cost. When products are purchased as commodities, then change is often determined by price and service, and it leads to the increase in competition in price and service. Capacity increase in large increment. When economies of scale require large industry increases in capacity, it causes disruptions in the industry. Supply, demand balance, which lead to the period of overcapacity and price cutting. No diverse competitor. Companies with diverse strategy, origin, personality, relationship, and budget also have different competitive goals and strategies. And these approaches to the market with unique competitive strategy that can set up the status of doing business. Now we can say that other than this, there are several other factors such as high exit barriers, specialized exits, fixed cost of exit, strategic interrelationships, emotional barriers, and government and social restrictions. These factors also can cause a great, other than five forces, these factors are also the fifth forces, which causes a great threat to the market. And now coming to the KPO industry, in which Grant Thornton lies in, it doesn't have any other similar competitor similar to this. So we can say that it is different from other field now. Thank you.